Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition for week 10 of the NFL season here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Well, it's been an interesting week 9. Like I said, even though our predictions, we were at borderline for week 9, we were 7-7 with our total added up after 9 weeks, 78 wins, 53 losses, and 1 tie with a 59% winning percentage. But I'm still sucking with upset picks of the week at 1-3. And like I said, I haven't done much of it this season. I'm hoping to get back on track with that as well. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to make my pick for the Thursday night matchup, so I won't count that one, folks. So we're going to go ahead with our first pick for Sunday. Like I said, we got the 6-2 Baltimore Ravens traveling to Cincinnati, the Queen City, to take on the winless and pitiful Cincinnati Bengals, aka the Bungles. Seem like Andy Dalton and the gang can't get it together down there in Cincinnati, and I doubt if they're going to get it together this week, especially with Baltimore with that great win they did last week. So that being said, of course, the Ravens is going to kick it up a notch, and they're going to definitely beat up the Cincinnati Bengals, aka the Bungles, in the AFC North matchup. All right, let's move right along to our next pick. We have the 6-3 Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, the country capital of the world, to take on the 4-5 Tennessee Titans. And of course, Martin Mariota. I'm not sure if they put him back in the game yet. I know Ryan Tannehill. I think he's 1-1 as a backup. So, but I'm thinking Patrick Mahomes is going to get it together, and they're going to pull out a close win over the Titans. All right, folks, we're going to move on to our next pick. We got the Battle of New York, the Battle of Gotham City, not Batman versus the Joker or the Penguin or Mr. Freeze or whatever. I'm talking about football here, folks. Well, we got the woeful 2-7 New York Giants, aka the Midgets, playing as the home road team against the very pitiful 1-7 New York Jets. You know, Sam Darnold, he's back, and of course Le'Veon Bell, he ain't really doing much, and right now he's a subject of trade talks right now. Even his former team Pittsburgh is interested in probably getting him back. We'll see how that turns out. But like I said, somebody has to win this one in the Battle of New York, aka the Battle of Gotham City. And of course we know Batman's going to win in the DC comic world, but as far as NFL football is concerned, I guess Daniel Jones will get it back on track, and they're going to pull out a win over the Jets in this one, folks. All right, our next pick, we have the 1-7. Yes, 1-7 Miami Dolphins. They finally got their first win of the season last week at home, and I know that's a good feeling for them. They travel to Indianapolis to take on the 5-3 Indianapolis Colts. Like I say, will Miami continue on with that winning streak? We'll find out, but we'll stick with the Dolphins, aka the tuna fish, over the Indianapolis Colts on that one, folks. All right, moving right along, we have the LA Rams, aka the Sheep, traveling to Pittsburgh, the Steel City, aka the Rust Buckets, playing the Pittsburgh Steelers at 4-4. Like I said, the Rams had a bye week, so they can get some rest, and some of their key folks get rested up, and hopefully Jared Goff will get study the offensive playbook better, as well as Todd Gurley, the Gurley man from where? University of Georgia, folks. So I'm hoping that the Rams will do a number on the Steelers, aka the Rust Buckets, and Ben Roethlisberger is still out with his injury, and I hope Big Ben gets better soon and all that good stuff. But for this matchup, I am going for the LA Rams, aka the Sheep, over the Pittsburgh Steelers, aka the Rust Buckets. Alright, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition for Week 10 of the NFL season here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Flem Radio wants you to know that approximately every 51 minutes, someone is killed in a drunk driving crash. Buzz driving can also cause huge financial penalties with fines and legal fees. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk. Find out more at nhtsa.org.
Man, I can't take this heat. It's so very hot. Yeah. Look, why don't we Strawberry. No. Think cold, Phil. Okay. Soap. Mm-hmm. No again, Phil. You know what? Soap is not cold either. Okay, something cold would be good, yeah. How about hot coal? No, hot coal is hot, right in the name. That's my fault. Yeah. Cold. There's no such thing as cold coal. Why not? Because there isn't. Okay, I'm sorry. Right now. What? We need a couple of cold filtered Miller Genuine drafts. Hey, yeah. Wouldn't it be great to crack open one right now and pour it into a cold frosty mug? Oh, yeah. All the while, Momo the Tahitian princess cools you with her solar panels. When just a cold one isn't cold enough, crack open the refreshing taste of cold filtered Miller Genuine draft. Solar panels? That's hot. I'm sorry. Cold filtered Miller Genuine draft. Stay cool. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
People, we all know what an uninspiring drag the afternoon can be. But I have a theory. I believe ice cream has the power to make afternoon better. Think about it. It's 3:15. You're pretending to work, as usual. You look over and instead of a cup of pens next to your computer, there's a cup of rich Jamocha almond fudge. Or maybe you're in a meeting and instead of pink highlighters, everybody's on with pink spoons and digging into sundaes. Or imagine this. Instead of stumbling into the office kitchen for burnt coffee, you mosey into Baskin Robbins for a cool, creamy cappuccino blast. By adding a delicious scoop of vanilla ice cream to coffee, a cappuccino blast has what it takes to make afternoon better. So people, stop spacing out and visit Baskin Robbins for a cappuccino blast. Ice cream makes afternoon better is just a theory that cannot be proved or disproved even with quantum physics. Try our new Turtle or Mintopia blast too. Prices may vary. Baskin Robbins. Who wants some ice cream?
Gnarly, dude. This is Jess Bacoli. When I'm out hanging tin, catching the waves, checking out the chicks, and skipping Mr. Hand's class, I'm listening to Big Flem Radio and TV. Oh. Welcome back, folks, to Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition for Week 10 of the NFL season here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Folks, if you haven't checked out the website, I would highly suggest that you do, like I said, because you will hear this podcast as well as 5 other podcasts, geared towards music, sports, talk, as well as veterans issues. Speaking of which, this coming Monday is Veterans Day, and I will do a special Veterans Day episode of Veteran Nation News. So check it out, vets. If you have a family member or a friend or co-worker or someone you know who's a veteran or who served our country in different branches of the military, I would highly suggest that you mention it to them and tell them to check it out. It's worth checking out, as well as the other podcast channels on Big Flem Radio and TV. Like I said, check out the website at www.bigflemradiotv.com. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv.com. Also, check out the online store. Like I said, it has Big Flem Radio and TV themed merchandise and souvenirs, especially with the holidays coming up. If you're looking for a nice gift for your friends, loved ones, family members, co-workers, strangers, or give a gift in a care package or to an alien from Mars or outer space. Like I said, there's some nice things there. Like I said, go check it out. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv.com. If you want to be a guest picker or prognosticator for Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition, as well as the college football edition, as well as if you have any comments or concerns or criticisms, we take that too. Just shoot us an email at bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Or if you want to send us a tweet on Twitter, you can do that also as well. Just hit the hashtag @Flem_radio. Again, that's @Flem, Flem, as in Mike, _RADIO. Also, we have a Facebook group page as well as a Facebook page. Let's go to facebook.com/Big Flem Radio and TV. And like I say, you can also send a comment, send your picks as well as your critiques of our podcasts and our channel. All right, without further ado, let's get back to our picks. All right. Our next pick we have is an NFC East matchup. One of the oldest rivalries in the NFL. We got the 3-4-1 Detroit Lions traveling to the Windy City of Chicago to take on the woeful 3-5 Chicago Bears. The Bears. Right now, Matthew Trubisky is really getting a lot of heat there, and as well as their coach. They're getting a lot of heat for their play. They even talking about probably getting rid of Trubisky and getting somebody else. Well, we'll see how that turns out. But I'm going to lead towards Detroit in this one over the Bears. The Bears! All right, our next pick we have is the Baltimore Bills at 6-2, traveling to Cleveland on the shores of Lake Erie to take on the woeful 2-6 Cleveland Browns. Like I said, Baker Mayfield is still catching hell there. And Odell Beckham Jr., I know he's very frustrated there. He's not getting much catches, not getting much throws over there to his direction. So, I don't know if they can salvage this season, but we'll see. but I'm going to give it to the Buffalo Bills over the Browns. All right, our next matchup is an NFC South matchup. Something I really don't look forward to, but I have to do it anyway. My woeful 1-7 Atlanta Falcons, aka the Pigeons, traveling to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome to take on the 7-1 and division-leading New Orleans Saints, the Aints, and Drew Brees is back. I was hoping the Falcons could take advantage of while he was out, being injured and everything to, do some damage before their division play. And speaking of that, like I said, this is the Falcons' first division game, so the next several games will be division games. The only way the Falcons can make the playoffs this season is that they have to win the division. And right now, with their 1-7 record, I don't know. And I hate to go against my Falcons, but I'm going to have to give it to the Saints, aka the Aints, on this one, folks. So I know they're going to be marching down Bourbon Street. Well, we're going to move right along. We got the Arizona Cardinals at 3-5-1, traveling to Tampa Bay, Florida, to take on the woeful 2-6 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, aka the Succaneers. Jameis Winston, he's also struggling as well there in Tampa. It seems like they can't get their act together, but I'm hoping maybe some experience in this one would help the Buccaneers, aka the Succaneers, get in the winning column over the Cardinals. But like I say, Kyler Murray, he's doing pretty decent, even though they've been up and down in his rookie campaign. But I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, aka the Succaneers, on this one, folks. Then we have another NFC matchup where we have the 5-3 Carolina Pathetic Panthers with Cam Fig Newton. I think he's still hurt, and when I heard this past week that they ruled him out for the rest of the season with his foot injury. So I guess his backup will have to march on for the rest of the season. And we'll see how that turns out in Green Bay after that horrendous loss to the Chargers last week. Of all teams, the Chargers. Ugh. Aaron Rodgers will get it back on track, especially in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. So with that being said, I'm looking for a win for the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers over the Carolina Pathetic Panthers. And then we have our next matchup, another NFC matchup, where we have the 6-3 Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Lone Star State of Texas in the AT&T Stadium, aka Jerry Dome, to take on the 5-3 Dallas Cowboys. I think they were off last week. So hopefully that bye week will help the Cowboys get their act together. Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, get their act together, and Jason Witten, and hopefully that defense get their act together. I think it's going to be a close one, but I'm going to give it to the Cowboys, aka the Cowpokes, over the Vikings. And we're going to end Week 10 with our Monday night matchup, which is going to be a key matchup in the NFC West. And this could be a good preview here, where we got the 7-2 Seattle Seahawks traveling to Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, on the lower end of San Francisco Bay, at the top end of Silicon Valley. San Francisco 49ers with Jimmy Garoppolo and my frat brother Richard Sherman, who used to play for the Seahawks. I don't know if that's going to be a revenge game against this old team. We don't know. But it's going to be an interesting game. So I'm going to kind of go against the grain and go against Russell Wilson and go with Jimmy Garoppolo and stick with the 49ers to win a close one over the Seahawks. Alright, folks, we're going to do a little wrap-up here. We're going to run through our picks again. Like I said, we have the Baltimore Ravens over the Cincinnati Bengals, a.k.a. the Bungles. Kansas City Chiefs over the Titans, Tennessee Titans. We got the Battle of New York, a.k.a. the Battle of Gotham City. We got the woeful New York Giants, a.k.a. the Midgets, over the Jets. Then we got the Miami Dolphins, a.k.a. the Tuna Fish. Hopefully they'll win 2 in a row over the Indianapolis Colts. We got the L.A. Rams, a.k.a. the Sheep, over the Pittsburgh Steelers, a.k.a. the Rust Buckets. We have the Detroit Lions over the Chicago Bears. The Bears! Then we have the Buffalo Bills over the Cleveland Browns. Then we have the New Orleans Saints, the Aints, over my woeful Atlanta Falcons. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a.k.a. the Succaneers, over the Arizona Cardinals. We have the Green Bay Packers over the Carolina Pathetic Panthers. Then we have the Dallas Cowboys, a.k.a. the Cowpokes, over the Minnesota Vikings. And for our Monday night matchup, we have the San Francisco 49ers over the Seattle Seahawks, aka the Sea Buzzards. Alright folks, we have a couple teams who have bye weeks this week. So let's find out who's off this week. Yeah, we got the Broncos are off this week on their bye week. The Texans are off. The Jaguars are off. The Patriots, the defending Super Bowl champions, they're off this week after they suffered their first loss of the season. So hopefully they get back on track next week. The Eagles are off, as well as the Redskins, aka the Rednecks, are off this week. So, alright folks, that is about to wrap up our edition of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Like I say, I hope you tune in next time for another edition. And also check out Big Flem's Pigskin Picks College Football edition. Check that out as well, as also the other 5 podcast channels on Big Flem Radio and TV. Again, that's bigflemradioandtv.com. Alright, until then, you take care, enjoy the games, and hope that your team wins. And if you're into fantasy football, hope that your fantasy picks turn out well this week. And tune in again for another edition of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition for Week 10 of the NFL season here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition was written, produced, and hosted by yours truly, Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming. Copyright 2019. Black Rebel Productions in association with Flem Media. The NFL theme music is the property of NFL Properties, as well as Fox Sports, and Big Flem Radio and TV do not own the rights to the song or the music clip, nor do they profit from it. Hey folks, this is Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming, the host and creator of Big Flem Radio and TV website. As you know, I am a host of 6 podcasts on Big Flem Radio and TV, designed for the general listening audience. Like I said, whenever you get a chance, check it out. Check out the website, check out the online store for Big Flem Radio and TV themed products and little knickknacks and gifts for your friends and your family members. Like I said, you'll find it very interesting. I guarantee it. Like I said, the podcast covers news, music, talk. I wouldn't say news, but mainly talk about today's news and topics, as well as a channel dedicated to my fellow American military veterans, because I am a veteran myself. 21 years qualifying service in the Army and the Army Reserves, which includes 2 combat tours in Iraq and 6 months contingency operation tour in Kuwait. So I dedicate that show to all my fellow veterans and family members of veterans. So if you give a chance, hey, give me a chance. Give a listen. Check out the website at www.bigflemradiotv, that's one word, .com. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv.com. I'll spell it out for you. It's BIGFLEM as in Mike, RADIO TV. And you can send me a tweet on Twitter with the hashtag Flem, FLEM_radio. So like I said, give me a shot, give it a listen. And also, if you want to send a request for a song or want to make a comment or criticisms about any of the podcast shows on Big Flem Radio and TV, go ahead. I like to hear from you. Send me a shout out, or if you want me to do a shout out for somebody, or you want to do a dedication on a certain show, just send it to the email bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradioandtv@gmail.com, and put whatever particular podcast show in the subject line. For example, one of the shows you're listening to right now is Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition, as well as College Football edition. Also, you can send the The subject line, you can use My Prerogative with Lorenzo Fleming, Reflections, Rocking Into the Night, as well as Lorenzo's Jams. Again, give it a try. Check it out. Listen to it. Tell all your friends and your neighbors and your family members, and even strangers. You won't regret it. It's Big Flem Radio and TV.
Yes, a fresh egg, American cheese, sliced ham, all served on a toasted bun. Hell, it's only 99 cents for a limited time. You don't have to sell me, Jacko. I love that crazy sandwich. In fact, I want to option for a major motion picture. Oh, you want to make a movie about the 99 cent breakfast check? Yeah, here's how I see it, okay? There's this bun, and it's lonely. Maybe we get the old Chelsea Water to play the bun. Never heard of her. She's a minister. Anyway, this bun, she's looking for a fresh egg, right? Who is it? Oh, you're like, a good American cheese comes along, and they think, hey, this could be trouble. But it turns out they all make a great team. Well, what do you think, buddy? What about the ham? Don't sweat it. You throw a stick at Howard, you get a dozen hams. And while Hal searches for a stick, here's Kathleen Laborde, a real-life crew member from Stockton, California. Just 99 cent breakfast check is a fresh egg, American cheese, a sliced ham, fresh roasted bun. It's only 99 cents plus tax for a limited time. The Pigskin, Jack and Box restaurant. Blinds.com asked us what it might take for everyone listening to immediately order new blinds, shades, shutters, and draperies. We said low prices and great service is plenty, but that $500 in free grocery coupons would be a nice bonus. And they said, okay, not only do Blinds.com prices put home improvement store prices to shame on top quality blinds, shutters, shades, and draperies, you'll also get $500 in groceries free. Now is the perfect time to order new window coverings, and here's why. First, Blinds.com prices are amazing. Second, their phone experts are patient and knowledgeable, and their free measuring and installation videos make it super easy. Or if you want, they'll send a certified installer to your home. Third, free shipping to most states, no sales tax, a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and free color samples to ensure your purchase will look perfect. Just type internet in the code box at checkout for your free gift card worth $500 in grocery coupons. $500. Visit Blinds.com for details. That's Blinds.com.
People, we all know what an uninspiring drag the afternoon can be. But I have a theory. I believe ice cream has the power to make afternoon better. Think about it. It's 3:15. You're pretending to work, as usual. You look over and instead of a cup of pens next to your computer, there's a cup of rich Jamocha almond fudge. Or maybe you're in a meeting and instead of pink highlighters, everybody's armed with pink spoons and digging into sundaes. Or imagine this. Instead of stumbling into the office kitchen for burnt coffee, you mosey into Baskin Robbins for a cool, creamy cappuccino blast. By adding a delicious scoop of vanilla ice cream to coffee, a cappuccino blast has what it takes to make afternoon better. So people, stop spacing out and visit Baskin Robbins for a cappuccino blast. Ice cream makes afternoon better is just a theory and cannot be proved or disproved even with quantum physics. Try our new Turtle or Mintopia blast too. Prices may vary. Baskin Robbins. Who wants some ice cream?
Hi. I'm here today because I'm addicted.
Big Flem Radio and TV.
Get ready.
You know.
Now that's an addiction, man.
Hey folks, this is Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming, the host and creator of Big Flem Radio and TV website. As you know, I am a host of 6 podcasts on Big Flem Radio and TV, designed for the general listening audience. Like I said, whenever you get a chance, check it out. Check out the website. Check out the online store for Big Flem Radio and TV themed products and little knickknacks and gifts for your friends and your family members. Like I said, you'll find it very interesting. I guarantee it. Like I said, the podcast covers news, music, talk. I wouldn't say news, but mainly talk about today's news and topics, as well as a channel dedicated to my fellow American military veterans, because I am a veteran myself. 21 years qualifying service in the Army and the Army Reserves, which includes 2 combat tours in Iraq and 6 months contingency operation tour in Kuwait. So I dedicate that show to all my fellow veterans and family members of veterans. So if you give a chance, hey, give me a chance. Give a listen. Check out the website at www.bigflemradiotv, that's one word, .com. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv.com. I'll spell it out for you. It's BIGFLEM as in Mike, RADIO TV. And you can send me a tweet on Twitter with the hashtag Flem, FLEM_radio. So like I said, give me a shot, give it a listen. And also, if you want to send a request for a song or want to make a comment or criticisms about any of the podcast shows on Big Flem Radio and TV, go ahead. I like to hear from you. Send me a shout out, or if you want me to do a shout out for somebody, or if you want to do a dedication on a certain show, just send it to the email bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradiotv@gmail.com, and put whatever particular podcast show in the subject line. For example, one of the shows you listen to right now is Big Flem's Pigskin Picks, NFL edition, as well as college football edition. Also, you can send the subject line. You can use My Prerogative with Lorenzo Fleming, Reflections, Rocking Into the Night, as well as Lorenzo's Jams. Again, give it a try. Check it out. Listen to it. Tell all your friends and your neighbors and your family members, and even strangers. You won't regret it. It's Big Flem Radio and TV.